Let me see. I ain't never went live like this, family. Let me see if I can live chat. Let me see. Alright, peace to the true ones. It is early. I am still in my bed, laying down. And I wanted to give y'all an update. It might take a little while for some of y'all to come in because it is 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all. And I wanted to give everybody that update on Brother Ghost and Sister Aura. It's a lot going on. Shout out to Sister My IG for coming through and celebrating my wife's birthday with us and being a blessing that she is. Let me see. It's early, but it's kind of dark right now. Ain't nobody coming in here, so I'm gonna just talk. So today is 9/26/2023. Okay, somebody in here. What's good, family? I can't see nobody chatting, but I see somebody popped up. What's good, family? Anyway, I wanted to update you guys on what's going on. As you know, yesterday was the Day of Atonement. A lot happened spiritually. Brother D-Star had hit me up, and he was confirming a lot that was going on in his life, and people around him confirming. A lot of people are got, what's good, Sister Darlene? Good day to you, sister. Yeah, because I wanted to come and update you guys on everything that's going on. So yesterday was the Day of Atonement, and like these holy days aren't done yet. We got all the way to pretty much October, and then there's more holy days after that. But the ones that we're dealing with, yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I hope you got good rest, Sister Darlene. We love you greatly. Thank you for loving us and supporting us in all the ways that you have supported us. You are appreciated, sister. Thank you. Thank you to all the family. Thank you to all the birthday love you showed my wife. Like I was saying, I wanted to come on here and just give y'all an update on everything. Um, September 29th is the Feast of Tents, or what they would call the Feast of Tabernacles. Um, oh, I want to show y'all something. Let me turn this around. Can I turn my camera around? I'm not sure. I wanted to show y'all the tent in my backyard. You see that tent? That's the tent, brother. Ghost and Sister Aura had built in my backyard. Did y'all can't see it? Were you able to see it? Bed. I just literally woke up, and Spirit was like, "Get on there and just give them an update real quick." Okay, yes, that tent. Sister Aura and Brother Ghost built that tent before the day before they got arrested. Their anniversary is on the 29th, which is the Feast of Tents or the Feast of Tabernacles, when God's people builds a house, or they built a temporary house for God to dwell with God with them. Like I told you, you all are going to be dwelling with God. And what happened is they built that tent, and it was a exercise I had them doing, really, to show that they should never quit on each other. Okay? They should never quit on each other, and to help each other build a firm foundation for them to stand upon and live together with. They built their home together. Though it's a temporary home, it was like an exercise to show unity and teamwork, because they love each other greatly. They're going to okay. They're like me and my wife, okay? They're literally like that, Nate, but they're young. So I had them build the tent in the backyard for them to stay in the day before we got arrested. But their anniversary, listen to this, is on September 29th, which is the Feast of Tents or the Feast of Tabernacles, when God's people build temporary shelters to dwell with God in them for a short amount of time, to commemorate living in the wilderness with God during the exodus of God's people. That's what that is. And we are in a great exodus. This is the great escape. It's deeper than getting them out of jail. This is a type of exodus. This is judgment. That's why the Day of Atonement was very important. And the Feast of Tabernacles is very important. And as you can see, in August 1st, they built a tent in my backyard, and their anniversary is on the day of the Feast of Tents, which is September 29th. And like I've explained, that's what God's people do to temporarily dwell with God on certain holy days. It's called a Sukkot or Sukkah in the Jewish language, okay? So they did that and did not realize. None of us was really thinking about what we were doing because we didn't know it was going to end up like this. But that's how spirit works sometimes. Like I told y'all, I'm never going to tell you the day of the apocalypse or judgment day because it's a surprise party. I'm not even allowed to know the specific day because I might tell our enemies. That's why I always tell y'all the biggest sign of the final judgment is Quatita's death. That's why she is codenamed Caroline. Okay? I'm not allowed to tell y'all the day of judgment. There's a surprise party. But if you follow the holy days, you'll always know when it's very close because those days were written by God. Other things were just, yes, hashtag 337 was good, Indigo Wang ship. I'm not allowed to tell y'all. I'll never tell y'all which day is Judgment Day. I can only give you the formula and the clues and what to look out for. Okay? But these days are very important. These days are very important because they signify a unity between you and the Most High, Great Mother and Great Father, and dwelling with them and receiving your full inheritance. So that brother and sister, when they built that tent in my backyard, which my backyard represents the wilderness, the Feast of Tents. What's good, Sister Netta has returned. The Feast of Tents represents dwelling with God in the wilderness during the Exodus. And let me show you what I was showing them. That's the tent that Aura and Ghost built in my backyard before they went to jail. And we were talking about the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Tents. It's called the Feast of Tents. And they built a tabernacle or a tent for the Feast of Tents, which is coming up on September 29th, which is also their anniversary. That's the day that they had started dating each other officially a couple years ago. Okay? And they built the tent in my backyard, and they always wanted to they wanted to live like Nina Simone came to Sister Aura before we went to jail, and basically told her, this is where you live now, this is your house. Okay? And she always felt like she was supposed to stay here. It's because they're supposed to dwell. All of you are eventually going to, yes, September 29th. That's their anniversary as well. If you was on one of our live streams, I was talking to Sister Aura about it, and she was like, yeah, that's our anniversary. And I was trying to explain to her everything that was going on. And I'm about to get to the update on their court situation too, which happened yesterday. And also, I went to my probation appointment too, and I found out that they're about to move my probation to a whole nother building, which is it's right next to the same building, but they're about to move it too because they know something finna happen too. So they're trying to move out of there. It's a lot going on. But I'm about to update you on Ghost and Aura. Now, me and my IG were on the phone with Aura's mom yesterday. Sister Kiana. And because I was trying to get in on the Zoom conference for the court date, but they kept kicking me out. Even after I put my whole government name in, they still kicked me out of they would never let me into their court date, right? So the court date was yesterday, and they're really trying to railroad Kiana and Ghost because of me. You see how fast they let me out of jail? And yesterday was their first official court date. And me and my wife knew this was going to happen because this is the Great Escape. They're not supposed to leave regularly. They're not supposed to see a judge. We have to break them out. That's why all these people are breaking out of jail now, because of the spiritual work I did in a jail. If you go look in the news and see how many people have escaped from jails and prisons, it's a lot in the last 2 weeks. Well, actually, how long have I been out of jail? Like, shit, it'll be a month on the 28th. Wait, no. It was a month yesterday that I got out of jail. So it's been a month yesterday since I've been out of jail, right? If you go and you look how many people have escaped from jail, it's a crazy amount. It's every day. I've been posting things on my Facebook, right? They did a news segment on how there's no deputies in the jails across the countries. They're empty, and it's easy for people to escape jail now because there's no sheriff's deputies or COs in these jails. So it's very, very easy for people to break out of jail right now because of what I've done. And in the last month, every day somebody has, even where I live at in Ohio, people are breaking out of jail left and right, right? So let's get back to Ghost and Aura's court date, because I told y'all this is the Great Escape, which is the Great Exodus, which leads to other things. Okay? The Feast of Tabernacles and all that. That's what that leads to. Dwelling with God, because the Feast of Tabernacles commemorates the time that God was with God's people in the wilderness during the Great Exodus. And where do I live? In the wilderness. I'm the beast, and the Great Mother sits on top of me, right? I'm the beast that's in the wilderness with the woman sitting on top of the scarlet beast. It's me and my wife, right? And then they built a tent in the wilderness, right, to commemorate the Feast of Tabernacles, and they did not know that's what they were doing. They just thought they were going to be sleeping in my tent in my yard, right? So, well, it's not even my tent. My cousin gave it to him because I had got Ghost and Aura. I had got them jobs. I got them work with my cousin, because my cousin owns a couple restaurants, right? And then, like, what they were doing was helping them paint one of the restaurants, and then they would work, like, Aura was a hostess at his main restaurant called A Walk in the Park. And Ghost would cook in the back with the rest of the crew. And I got them a job, right? And we were going to get them an apartment and everything. Like, my cousin was helping us do all this, right? And then the next day we ended up going to jail, right? So, fighting the police. So, and it wasn't like, it was different for them, because my cousin's restaurant, it's not like a regular restaurant. Like, it's very magical and mystical when you walk in my cousin's restaurant. He has a whole tree, big ass tree in his restaurant. It's all these decorations. My cousin is a moon fairy. He's a moon fairy. He's very creative and artistic. And it wasn't like working at no regular job, because I know how you all feel about working. I feel the same way. I just needed them to be in a certain place and to be able to make money easily without having to do too much, because it's an easy job. They just basically standing there all day or helping my cousin paint his new restaurant. They weren't really, and it was like a family thing. It was like helping my family, helping our family. Okay, that's what I had them doing, helping family. It wasn't like a regular job. So I had them doing that with him, and then they got arrested the next day. But my cousin had gave them the tent that they built in my backyard. Now, they are trying to railroad them. Me and my IG and Sister Aura's, Kiana, we were on the phone yesterday, and the mom was explaining to me everything that was going on, because remember, Kiana's mom is an ex-cop. She retired a few years back. She retired in 2020, right? She's an ex-captain. She used to be a captain in New Jersey for the police, right? So she's telling me how none of this makes sense and what's going on, and she's starting to see that they are like picking on them for a specific reason. And I was explaining to them, I was explaining to Aura's mom the spiritual work I've been doing and why they're being targeted and why they let me out. She understood. She said, I could see why they're scared of you and what they're doing to them, because Aura's next court date is November 29th. Ghost's court date is April 28th, 2024. Yesterday was their very first official court date. It's because, look, it's a 9-6 flip right now. As soon as I said that, what's good, Sister Erica? Hold on, let me take a picture of this. It's a 9-6. All this shit about to get flipped on them. And I was explaining to Sister Aura's mom, who's an ex-cop, that they're not going to get out of jail a regular conventional way. I basically told her in so many words that I'm going to have to get them out. And it's not going to be a regular conventional way. Okay, and mind you, she's an ex-cop. And I'm sitting here telling, but she's understanding, she's starting to see that something else bigger than what it looks like is going on here. The way they're treating Ghost and Aura, their court dates. The mom is starting to see that something bigger is going on than what they're putting it out. She's starting to understand that I'm somebody important and they're targeting them because of me, and that they got me out of jail quick because I was in there fucking up the jail. And like I said, their mom is a cop, so she also knows that something's going on in the country with all the cops, and that she also knows that there's no jail, no sheriff's deputies in the jails. She all over the country. She knows all of this, right? What's good? What's good, brother? I love music. So Aura's mom knows all of this. She's witnessing this. She used to be a cop. She's seeing what's going on in the country with the cops. And I told her, I said, look, I did some spiritual work on the police. That's why they're all dying. And that's why they're dropping off the planet. That's why there's no cops in the jail. And I'm trying to explain to her that your children are not going to come out of jail a conventional way. That's why they keep prolonging their cases. That's why their lawyers aren't answering any of our phone calls, because they know who we all are. And they know that none of this is conventional. Yeah. They know that none of this is, something real big. Yes, she knows this. And I told her that, I said, go read Revelations 11. Your children are those witnesses. Ghost and Aura are those witnesses that they're talking about. I said, before they met me, they were already prophesying. And the mom knows this because Aura told her mom before they met me that they knew that the world was going to end. And they were telling them that Aura was telling the mom everything that she saw that was about to happen. And that's why she didn't want to have a job or do nothing. She wanted to exist. And when she met me, I told her, you don't want to exist, sister. You want to do more than that. You want to live. I was like, this table exists. This table is here, but this table is not walking around living life. I said, you deserve to live life. And that's when we all made our wish and what we wanted, right? And that's when a domino effect of events started to happen. Right after we made these wishes, right? We ended up in jail, fighting the police in my house, right? So basically, they're not going to ever let Ghost and Aura out of jail. We got to go get them. And the mom was like, and I talked to Ghost yesterday, and I'm like, dude, why are you calling me? You're supposed to be at court. He was like, they didn't come and get him. Me and him talked on the phone for 20 minutes. 1:30 was his court date. I'm sitting in the Zoom trying to get in the Zoom to look at to be a part of the court date. They're not letting me in the Zoom, and they didn't even go get Ghost to bring him to court. And they moved Sister Aura again. Now she's back at Summit County. And I told the mom, this is how I know something big is about to happen for sure. Because we had her moved out of Summit County because the riot was coming that I wrote on the wall. And the CEOs that put me in the hole got their ass whooped. But Aura had to get moved so she wasn't in the midst of that big ass fight that happened for her protection. So she was moved to Medina. Now she moved back to Medina and she went to court in person. And Ghost was supposed to go to court too. And while I was at my probation, and what was supposed to happen was I was going to get them out of there, but they left Ghost. They didn't go and get Ghost. I'm on the phone with Ghost, and he's still in his cell. So they know. This is why I have to leave the internet, because I be talking too much. They know. They knew our plan. And at the same time, it was a court case going on with a young man named Ethan Liming who was killed by two black dudes. They didn't purposely kill him. It was just a fight and he hit his head. And they killed him. Because the little white boy came and was shooting them with these pellets, right? And the little white boy went to the Firestone High School across the street from where I live. But the little white boy went to the I Promise School where the little boys, they were teenagers. They were like 19, 17, 18, and 19. They ended up killing the boy because he came and he was shooting them with frozen water pellets, and he scared them. And they chased him, and it was a fight, and he got punched in the face, and he fell and he hit his head and he died. Now, all the white people in Akron was mad about it, right? Mind you, the little boy went to Firestone High School across the street from me, right? This was a month before Jayland Walker was killed. This was one of the reasons why people were thinking Jayland Walker was killed because of retaliation for Ethan Liming. They feel like the white people, but it's all connected though. That's why that case ended on yesterday. The Ethan Liming case ended yesterday. While me, Ghost, and Aura were in that same building, in the courthouse where the police station is. Because it's all connected, because it does have to do with Jayland Walker, and it does have to do with me, and it does have to do with Ghost and Aura, because of the lynching curse we reversed. And when those boys killed that little white boy for him fucking with him like that, they were found not guilty of involuntary manslaughter, and all the white people in Akron are mad because those black boys were found not guilty. Yesterday, on the Day of Atonement, during the lynching curse being reversed, those black boys were found not guilty of involuntary manslaughter, and the white people in Akron are mad. On the same day, we were all in the same building on a Day of Atonement, and the police targeted Jayland Walker because of what happened to Ethan Liming, and they did a ritual on Jayland because of Ethan Liming and me. It was to get back at me. That's why the little boy Ethan Liming went to school right across the street from where I live, the Firestone High School, because I'm the fire. Like, you already know the story, right? So all of this is intertwined and connected. Everything is connected. And those boys were found not guilty yesterday of involuntary manslaughter. So all the white people in Akron are mad. And it's some shit finna go down. Something very, very big is happening. And I was just trying to connect the dots with the Feast of Tents. And I just showed y'all the tent that Ghost and Aura built in my backyard is still there. Through all the storms that came through Ohio, this region, that tent is still there. It has not moved. And we didn't have some big-ass storms run through here. It's the show, the Feast of Tents, or the Feast of Tabernacles, that's about to come up on September 29th. Okay? But they're trying to railroad Ghost and Aura. Their court dates... Ghost's next court date is April 2024. April 28th, 2024. And Aura's is November 29th, 2023. They're trying to and it's because and they also told the mom, they told the mom and they told Ghost that even if somebody came down there to bail them out, like we was trying to bail them out, they're not going to let them go because they have cases in New Jersey. And they're flight risk. So they have holders on them too. I was like, so that's why when we went to go bail them out, the price changed, and y'all was talking about some cases, some charges in a whole nother state. And y'all they wouldn't be clear on what was. They've been playing games the whole time, but it's because this is the Great Escape. This is the Exodus. That's why they built that tent to symbolize the Feast of Tabernacles, or the Feast of Tents. That's on September 29th, when you all dwell with God during the great Exodus in the wilderness. This is all symbolic for something great. Okay? Yeah, listen, there's more people watching and there's more likes. Okay? I told you they playing with my everything, but this is why I have to totally leave the internet. And I want y'all to pay attention to what's going on, because people are going to say it's the government, it's this. That's why I have given you the formula, and it's not going to be long before we're all together. They keep throwing obstacles in our way, but I keep telling y'all we are steps ahead of them. So we know that these obstacles are coming, but we have our own plans too. And Brother D Star, what's good, J-Pack? What's good? They all know. Listen, D Star was telling me all the messages what he was getting. D Star has been doing a lot of work, and he hasn't come out and even told y'all the things that he's done. And a lot of motherfuckers are dead because of it. We've been documenting it. Okay? And D Star got a message that the war is all the way here, totally. And his message was to sit still and be quiet. And have you guys noticed that we hear crickets all day during the day and all night? And usually crickets come out at nighttime. Crickets represent a lot. Crickets are telling us all to be still and be quiet and sit in silence. That's why we hear crickets all day and all night. You could ask my G. The whole time my G was here, all we heard was crickets. All day and all night. What's good, Miss NYC? What's good, family? You are hearing the crickets because you're supposed to be sitting in silence. Yes, it's a part of the plagues too. What's good, Sister Healing with Nature? It's a part of you. You're supposed to be sitting in silence and listening, myself included, because I am kind of sabotaging my own work by telling y'all certain things. That is why I'm not allowed to tell y'all the day that we leave, because it's a surprise party, and they're going to do everything that they can to stop us from leaving. They're trying to do it right now. Be still and know exactly. Know that these things are all temporary and this shit is finished. This is a true war. We are literally fighting something mighty right now. Peace and be still, yes. Sit in your silence and listen to Great Spirit guide you. It's important. And you are going to start to hear the sound of the bumblebee too. Yes. You feel it, fam. It's here. I heard, like, after the crickets, I could hear the bumblebee, but my IG couldn't hear the bees. I could hear bees. It sounded like millions of bees coming. I said, that's a sign of here come the Great Mother. She's about to pop out. I was looking at my IG. I was like, don't you hear all those bees coming? My IG couldn't hear the bees, but she felt the vibration in her skin. The hairs, she started to get goosebumps on her skin, and the hairs on her skin started to rise. Yes. If D-Star come in here, if y'all see D-Star around, He's going to tell y'all. If you go on D-Star's TikTok, it's called Demarre Hampton. Demarre Hampton. Hampton. He's talking about it. He's been getting messages. It's a mighty war going on, and he's getting like, I'm gonna let him tell you. He might come in here soon, but I know he be working, and he's a trainer, right? He's a physical trainer. He looks like the epitome of a black Goku in real life. He looks like and I told y'all, every time me and D-Star get together in our lifetimes, we fuck shit up together. And that's all we've been doing is fucking shit up together. Yes. Okay, so after I heard the vibration of the bees, my IG felt it, and she got goosebumps and hair started raising. And then bumblebees came to us. Big ass ones. Big bumblebee popped up. A big one. A huge one. It popped up. I said, yeah, these are signs. But the vibration, you guys are going to start to hear the vibration of the bumblebee. That's the Great Mother's vibration. It's letting you know, here she comes. I saw the bud that looks like a leaf last night. Yes. Yeah. And crickets and grasshoppers, they're one and the same, right? So if you look up the spiritual meaning of that, they represent peace, freedom, wealth, abundance, stillness. They represent so much. Yes, so when you start hearing that buzz and it sound like a bee, that's the Great Mother's vibration. And that's when you know that here she comes for the world to see. When you're going to start hearing that, it's going to replace the ringing in the ear. It's going to go from a ringing in the ear to a and you're going to feel it too. Yes, you're going to feel it. So yeah, I had to come here and update y'all on Ghost and Aura. They're not gonna. It's like they're keeping them. They're holding them. They have kidnapped Ghost and Aura. Aura's mom is realizing that something way bigger is going on, and she's starting to see that this is very serious. And the way that the lawyers are treating them, they're not meeting with Ghost and Aura. Ghost and Aura's not like Sister Erica. They sent. The letter she sent to Aura, they sent it back to her. They sent the mail that we sent to Ghost, they sent it back to me. They're not allowing each other, they're not allowing them to receive each other's mail. Okay? They're not getting mail at all. Okay? It's just a whole bunch of fuck shit going on. And they're retaliating because they're mad at me and the things that we have done to reverse all these curses and how we've been killing all these police officers. They're mad. This is their way of trying to get back, and they also know that we're going to break them out. They're never going to get out the regular way. I told Kiana, I told Aura's mom this too. I was just blunt with her. I was like, this isn't a game to me. This is their lives. And they have willingly sacrificed themselves in this way on purpose. They know their mission. They know that they are sacrifices. They know what they're here to do. It's just hard. It's not easy at all. They need support. Okay? You was going through it, brother. Yes. We're supposed to be in silence. That's what the crickets are telling us. That's why there's crickets everywhere, day and night. Normally, every now and then you will hear crickets in the daytime, right? But now, you hear crickets loud as fuck all day and all night. That's a message. Be still. Be quiet. No TV. It's something important and big. You're receiving instructions. You're receiving guidance. You're supposed to be still. Be quiet. and listen to Great Spirit guide you. Especially now, because I'm not allowed to talk to y'all no more. Because everything that we do, they're trying to counteract it. And they're fucking with us. They're fucking with y'all too. I was telling Kiana's mom, Aura's mom, I said they are now targeting those who love me. Everybody who genuinely loves me from a genuine, true heart space, they're targeting them. Yes, you're guided and protected, but they're going to fuck with you now. On a whole nother level. Because the shit is over. And that's why D-Star has instructions. And he was also told to be still and shut the fuck up too. He's been telling his people the war, the full-blown war is here. Like, big shit about to happen. Shit you never seen before in your life. And he heard that we had a roundtable council meeting. And we discussed all this. And people are coming to him now and telling him things. And he's coming and telling me. I wish I could play the messages between me and him for the last day. Everything that he's been told. They cut your tree. I'm not, yeah, what's good, Sister Faith? I've been telling y'all so much and giving y'all so much truth. And they're mad about it. I done gave y'all the whole code and formula, the true code and formula. I done showed y'all what was really going on. Now that this shit is truly wrapping up in divine completion, they're doing everything they can to disrupt our lives. And that's why it tells you those who endure until the end. You have to endure until the complete end. That's what it tells you in the Bible. You shall receive all that is yours and much more. That's why I send you great love, great strength, great endurance, and great power. And it tells you, in these times, God's going to give you the wings of eagles so that you can make it through this bullshit we finna go through. For you to dwell with God in the tabernacle, the house of the Lord, the feast of tents, the feast of tabernacles, which is on September 29th. These dates are important on purpose. These are our true holy days that we observe. She keep trying to pick up the bees because she's trying to tell you something, sister. It's not a coincidence that you had got stung by a bee. None of this is a coincidence. Yeah. A lot is about to happen very soon. And I need you guys to stay focused. Just because I'm not around, I told y'all a long time ago, I'm going to disappear. Because I have to do some very important things, man. Me and my wife. And Sister Aura even got a message that the great disappearance was coming. I was supposed to disappear on the 24th, but I did not. That was the message Sister Aura brought to me. But I kept, because I had to keep showing y'all stuff so y'all understand. And also I needed to make sure that their mothers knew what was going on and understood. And their mothers now feel and they see that their children are important and all of this is on purpose. That their children are somebody the way that they're fucking with them like that. There is no reason that they should still be in jail right now. There is no reason for those two beautiful brother and sister to be in jail. And I'm out. And we all went to jail together. They had to hurry up and get me the fuck out of that jail because I was destroying that bitch while I was in there. I just need y'all to sit in your silence as much as you can to receive these messages because great instructions are coming with these messages. okay, with the silence. That's why the crickets. If I was outside, you would hear the crickets. It's 8:55 in the morning in Akron, Ohio. Why are crickets still outside? Well, why are they still making noise? Loud as hell. Night and day, 24 hours a day, crickets. Pay attention to that. Listen and sit in your silence. And the crickets, they have a whole vibration. While you're sitting in your silence outside with the crickets, they're going to tune your frequency to the message that Great Spirit is trying to tell you. The vibration from the sounds from the crickets, their frequency is going to help get the message through to you. And after that sound leaves, you're going to hear the buzz of the bee. It is telling you that here comes the Great Mother. That's why you're going to start hearing the... That's the Great Mother's frequency. The bumblebee. That's why she's the queen bee. When you start hearing that buzz, it's for a reason. But right now, listen to the cricket sound and sit in silence as much as you can to receive these messages, because it's about to go all the way up. Y'all think all this shit that's happening right now is crazy? No. 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 And I had to come and tell y'all that because I keep divulging too much information. And every time I tell y'all something, it's like we are really playing chess, right? We are steps ahead of them. We're millions of steps ahead of them. But when I tell y'all things, they counteract and they do shit and they always try to make obstacles. We have Ganesh and Ganesh is an obstacle. Ganesha is an obstacle breaker. They can never stop what we have coming. But they're going to do everything that they can to try. And it's important for you guys to know this. They cannot stop you, but they are going to try because this is it for them. They're going to try and keep you down. They're going to try to discourage you. They're going to try to make you feel like we're never going to get out of the situation. What's good, Sister Ashley? Thank you for keeping the fire going and keeping everyone up to date with the news and all the articles with everything that's going on with the messages. And I'm glad that you're doing that because that's kind of needed while I'm gone because nobody's going to know what the fuck going on. I'm not here to tell y'all, but I gave you guys the formula and the codes for a reason so that you know and you didn't need me to be here to tell you. So I'm grateful for you, Sister Ashley. Thank you for keeping up with everything happening everywhere with the news. And you still seeing. I just saw this morning, I was on TikTok and I saw how somebody stole a train. They stealing trains now. Somebody stole a train and it caused like $400 or something worth of damage because they didn't know how to take the brakes off. So the train was driving with the brakes still on. It was crazy. They didn't get far, but I prepared y'all in every way that I knew how, and for you to be successful on your own, and to know that you don't need nobody to talk to God. God is always with you, listening, guiding, and protecting you. And it's important to sit still and listen because you're going to get very, very important instructions. I appreciate you. Yeah, somebody stole a train. I'm like, yeah, this is beyond GTA at this point. I was like, these motherfuckers are stealing trains, family. Okay? Oh, I love you. I love you, my G. I love you, Miss NYC. Salute to you. Peace to the fam. Yeah, somebody stole a. Listen. When I seen that somebody stole a train, I was like, yeah, this shit is going overboard real quick. How the fuck you steal a train, man? Somebody stole a goddamn train. I was like, yeah, they wilding out. So I want to tell y'all all that and update y'all on Sister Aura and Brother Ghost, and they were trying to railroad them. Ghost next court date not till April 28th. Aura's is November 29th. And honestly, we knew that they were never going to let them out of jail. Once they wouldn't let us bail them out, when we went down there to bail them out, and before I got out of jail, I told Aura, this is the great escape. I'm going to break y'all out of this motherfucker. This is when I first got to see them, when they finally let me out of the first holdings, when they finally let me upstairs to Gym Pop from keeping me away, segregated from everybody. I wasn't even booked. How I wasn't even booked yet. How do you arraign me? I wasn't there for arraignment. You're pleading not guilty for me, and I'm not even booked yet. I'm still down in holding for 3-4 days. The 5th day, they finally let me upstairs to Gym Pop, and that's when I finally saw Aura, and I told her, this is the great escape. I'm about to break you out of this motherfucker. So, and we almost done. All these motherfuckers is breaking out of jail all over the country. Like I was telling y'all earlier, we are almost done. It's not easy work. It's not for any of us. None of this is ever easy. A lot of sacrifices come with this work. It's very hard. It gets frustrating. It's prolonging the process because these motherfuckers keep finding ways to do counteractions, and they still keep getting their ass whooped. I keep telling them, you're just playing yourself. I keep telling our enemies, all you're doing is playing yourself, and you're making me angry as fuck. They keep making me angry. My dragon, I was so angry on the 22nd. It was the 22nd or the 23rd. I was so angry. I was just sitting in my house. I'm always in my house with my shirt off, and I be having on shorts. And I told the dragons to line them up. I got a video on my Facebook where I'm sitting there, and I tell the dragons to line them up. Then I make another video. The dragons they lined something up, and my big red dragon popped out, and I got it on camera. It's behind the school, and then 20 minutes later, a fire started at an address called 926 Red Fern. And I have a red fern on my door, on one of my I have some decorations on my door with a red fern on it. Right after my dragon popped out, I went and burnt down a house at 926 Red Fern in Akron, Ohio. And in my video, when my dragon popped out, it's a red fern on my decoration on my door. And the address is 926, which is an 8. My address equals an 8. It's 1565. That's an 8. And it was all synchronicity. Something really big is going to happen today. Just because of that 926 address, I know it correlates with today as well. Today's going to be a very powerful day, family. And I need y'all to sit still and let Spirit direct and guide you. Great Spirit. Not any spirit. Great Spirit. Yeah, you seen a great mother's eye? Oh, you seen that ocean in the sky? The ocean is back in the sky. Like, remember that video I made? And I told y'all basically Waterworld was here. And it was an ocean in the sky. It's back. I posted another. I got a lot of shit on my Facebook, family. It's been a lot going on. A lot, like I told you, it was the 10 days of awe. It's literally been the 10 days of awe. I just haven't been posting it on YouTube. I just been posting shit that I see on Facebook. It's been a lot happening. It's an ocean in the sky again. It's back. It's back. So yeah, it's a lot. It's too much to even It's a lot of dead cops still. Alligator ate a white lady and drugged the body to the surface so everybody see that the Lynching curse is reversed. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's truly been 10 days of awe, and it's just about to intensify. And I need y'all to stay focused and don't let these motherfuckers convince y'all that you not going home. Because it's finna get heavy, and it's gonna make you sad. Do not stay in your sorrows. Remember from the beginning, I told you, no fear, no sorrow. Don't fear none of this shit, and don't have no sorrow. No sadness about this. Continue to celebrate in any way that you can. These motherfuckers want you guys down so low that you no longer looking up and keeping your crown your crown held high. Never bow down to these motherfuckers. I love you, my G. I love all of y'all greatly. Do not let these motherfuckers bring you down to where you're in sorrow and sadness. Because that's their main objective right now. To get you knocked out of focus on what's directly ahead and in front of you. We are right here. I can't even blame them for nothing. Because we knew that they was going to try and stop us every way that they could. Just like we got traps for them, they be setting up fake traps for us. And we always get out of them. They end up trapping themselves. Trying to trap us. They fuck themselves over mightily every time. And I just want y'all to know that. No fear, no sorrow. The crickets are here loud as fuck for a reason. They want you to sit in your silence and receive these messages. From Great Spirit. Yes. But don't think that it's the shit in the news. Because that's us in the news now fucking everything up. They're doing it on another way, trying to convince you that it's something that it's not. So that you do not celebrate these victories that we're having all day in front of them. The destruction in the news is pure victory for us. They're trying to figure out new ways to bring you down. Okay? And once you feel down, bring yourself back up and remember that that's them fucking with your energy. Trying to bring you down. Do not succumb to their false realities that they want to give to you by making you think that this shit is going to keep on going. Because it's not. Newsflash, motherfuckers. You're done. Yes. 9s and 6s everywhere. We got the victory. This is the victory lap. And it's magnificent. But this is the hardest shit I've ever done in my life. I'm not Listen. Oh my goodness. My G will tell you it was some breakdowns going on over here. Okay, 50 in the clip, baby. It was some breakdowns going on over here, and I told y'all that the breakdown is to push you to the breakthrough. You can break it down so that you can break through. It was some breakdowns going on. Me and Ghost was talking. Me and him both was crying, and it was crazy because we was crying about the same thing. And he called me, and we that's how connected me and Ghost is. So just keep the family lifted up at all times because this is hard. They're trying to, and he don't even know that his next court date is in April. He don't know that. I don't have to tell him the next time I talk to him. man, it's been a whole bunch of tears. And then Aura and Ghost, both their moms, was telling us how it's been raining hard as fuck in New Jersey for the last 5 days. I said it's because of us. And then after me and my IG did a ritual, the day before the court date on my wife's birthday, it started sprinkling real light. It was like a blessing of a drizzle. It started raining real light on our heads, off and on. Every time we would do something to add something more to the fire, more drizzle, it would bless us. We kept getting blessed. It wasn't a hard rain. It was a very light rain that would sprinkle on our foreheads, and then it'll stop. Then we'd do something else. Then it'll sprinkle for a little while, and then it'll stop. So yeah, it's 9/11 right now on my phone. 911. Yes, and it's been raining hard as fuck in New Jersey for 5 days. I said that's because of Ghost and Aura. Like their family is realizing that they're special and something is going on that's out of the ordinary with them. Their family see it. And their family's starting to notice all the odd things happening around them. And that's what was most important to me, for the family to see that this shit ain't regular. Like, y'all have beautiful children. Y'all have good, great kids. This shit is not regular. They're witnesses for God. They're going through something for God. They're sacrificing themselves for God. Yes. Yes, because that was my biggest thing, and I'm glad that Aura's mom calls me and updates me on things. And like I said, she's an ex-cop. She just retired in 2020. And she see the shit. She see the bullshit. And she realizes that Akron ain't like the rest of the world. There's some other shit going on here, and it's exposing the corruption in this place. The racism in this place is bringing eyes to all the fucked up shit that goes on here in Akron, Ohio. And she's an ex-cop from New Jersey, and she see it. And she been doing research on Akron ever since her daughter been here. And she's noticing the bullshit. But that's all I wanted to say, family, before I get out of here, man. Like, it's about to get super intense for us all. The crickets are loud as fuck because they're here to help you get on a frequency where you have clear communication with Great Spirit and you hear your directions. Yeah. And I didn't even have to tell her. She started noticing things. And then she figured out, oh, they scared of you. Okay. Something ain't right. And I haven't told her who I was yet, because I want her to figure it out. My IG almost told her yesterday, but I had to stop my IG for talking. I was like, no, I want her to figure this out on her own. That's the best part of things. When people figure the things out on their own, that's why I don't like telling people who they are. I want them to figure it out on their own so they know it's true. Because they come to their own conclusion. My IG almost told her who I was. I'm like, don't tell her who I am. Let her figure it out. Let her figure it out so that it's genuine. And my IG almost told, but she's about to figure it out. But she knows that they scared of me for some reason. And she's slowly connecting all the dots. And then she connected the dot to the fact that all of us was in that courthouse on the same day. The Ethan Lyman case, I was in there for my probation, and Ghost and Aura was in court. We were all at the same place at the same time, connecting everything together. And Aura's mom, she connected that. She was like, this something else, all this. She said all of this is connected. I say, yep. Yep. And then my IG was about to tell her who I was. I was like, no, 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 no. She about to do that on her own. Let her do it. Let it come naturally. Let it come naturally. But she figured out that her kids are special and something ain't right. They there for a reason. And then on top of that, there's a healing going on, and they've been crying. Aura's mom shed some tears. Aura's grandmother's birthday was on September 19, and Aura got to speak to her grandma and her grandpa. And they're in their 80s. They're in their mid-80s. And they were all crying. Like, there's a healing going on within her family. Big one. A big one. And even the mom recognized it. She said ever since she's been in jail, well, she don't actually leave. She said ever since she's been with you in Akron, she's noticed a growth. She's noticed that she's growing up. She's getting more mature. She's learning how to deal with her problems differently because she used to be angry. She used to lash out. She used to be depressed. She's not like that no more. And the mom noticed. The mom's telling me ways Aura has grown, and that she's grateful for her to be able to experience that. And it's just hard because her daughter's in a whole nother state. And you know how moms are with their children. You are forever connected to your mom through the navel. That's why, you know, they have to cut the umbilical cord when you're born. There's a spiritual cord that's at your navel that will always connect you to your mom. That's why your mom feels what you go through. Your mama knows something wrong with you before you're able to tell her, because you guys will forever be connected. Yes. Yeah, and her mama ex-cop. So you know she deeply investigating everything. Her mom retired in 2020. But yeah, family, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Don't be alarmed because you don't see me on social media no more. You have the formula. I've been telling y'all this is coming. You have the formula. You know who's doing what. Truly. You know that our galactic family is here. You know that God is here. You know that you are divinely protected. The ancestors have risen. They are walking with you. These motherfuckers have lost. They just keep throwing out, like, this is their last resort. So, of course, they're going to go hard. They're going to go hard in the paint, and we going to keep going harder. This is the greatest ass whooping ever shown. We're going to whip their asses together as a family. So, just keep paying attention to the Jewish holy days, because those are our holy days. And they all mean something. You said the baby keep trying to get back in your belly button. Your mom found her. Yeah. I need y'all to stay focused. And don't, no worries at all. Don't worry about nothing. This shit is over, family. The illusion is them trying to make you think that this shit ain't over. They want you to think that it's a conspiracy. They want you to think that they're controlling all this shit, and they're doing it. That's what they're trying to do. God has taken completely over. All the way. Okay, so stay in your meditations when you hear the grasshoppers. Sit in your silence. The buzz is coming. The queen bee buzz is coming. I heard it yesterday. And my IG felt it, and the goosebumps on her skin rose, and the hair on her skin rose, because she felt it. There's a whole new sound that's coming. That ringing in your ear is going to disappear, and you're going to hear the great mother's buzz, the queen bee buzz. Okay? So yeah, that's what I want to tell y'all. Shout out to Sister Don, because I know she be trying to comment. For some reason, they don't let her comment in the chat. Shout out to all of you. I love you all greatly. The last week has been very intense for me. So much has happened. So much has happened. You guys have each other. Remember that. You guys know each other's pages. You guys have each other. I appreciate that Sister Netta has returned, because it's been I'm okay. I'm tired. Listen, me and my wife, we've been fighting for a decade. I'm tired. When I go to sleep, I don't go to sleep. I'm still fighting. Every part of me is fighting. And I appreciate you for praying that I have my inner peace, because I don't get no rest. I'm constantly fighting these evil motherfuckers. Constantly. I'm ready for my wife to live her life. Y'all can't see her, but y'all see this imprint down in my blanket? That is where she's laying. She's laying, like half of her head is on me. That it's wrinkled like that because part of her head is laying on this blanket. I'm tired of my wife being invisible. I'm tired of having to deal with these motherfuckers every day. I'm tired of whooping their ass. I want to finish them completely right now, today. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's a lot. I don't wish this on nobody. 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 But before I leave, I want to do as I always do. I want to send you all great love. Great strength. Great endurance. And great power. Forever and always we shall be one together, wrapped in love for all eternity, guided and protected. The Great Mother blessed it. No fear, no sorrows. Don't have no worries, family. We love y'all. We love y'all. Don't let these motherfuckers bring you down to sorrow and fear. Remember, no fear, no sorrow. Okay? No fear. Fear not, mighty dread, for I'll be by your side through all your endeavors. I have several spirits that are me. My wife has several spirits that are her. We are always with all of you. Do not ever bow to these motherfuckers. Keep your crown held high. Keep your eyes to the sky. Okay? Today is a very, very powerful day. Something big is about to happen today. I just need y'all to stay away from anything that's going to deter you from knowing that you have the victory. Okay? I love you all greatly. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving my wife. Thank you for loving each other. Remember that you have each other. We love you all greatly. Peace to the true ones and the true ones only, and so it is.